Hi, we back. So you're coming into like new beginnings. Things are starting to look up for you, and the people that attacked you, like the tables are turning. And they feel like because you didn't catch them, or they feel like, okay, so because you didn't confront them, they feel like you didn't catch them, but you already knew. You just moved in silence, and you didn't like assume anything, or you didn't try to expose something because you knew that that person had tried to stop you or whatever. And it's good that you didn't do that, because now they're trying to switch up their tactics. They're trying to be your friend now. They're trying to say like the only reason why I was acting like that towards you is because this person did this, that, and the third. But it still doesn't stop the way that you felt about somebody. But people are starting to see that they were influenced by rumors that caused their bridges to be burned with this connection, because they're realizing that by association. So, now they have to prove their own innocence if they're really innocent. But, if they played a part in it, there's nothing that they could do, because they're just going to dig themselves in a deeper hole. But I don't know. I feel like if they're trying, I don't know. I just feel like it was a lesson learned for everybody, to not judge a book by its cover, to not believe what everybody's telling you, because they may not be true. They have their own motives, their own reason why they don't like somebody. So if they get you aboard, they're using your association to try to convince this person that they're on my team. So what I'm doing to you on my own time, this person is a part of it, because they're acting the type of ways towards you. But that's only because that person told them something about, like, one girl confronted me and said the only reason why I was acting like that towards you is because they told me that you wanted to fight me. And back people grow, people change, so they might have realized like, okay, well, I don't know, because when you get under the influence of substances, you start to act this a type of way, and people know that. So they wait till you get into that energy and tell you some information, and then you act off that So, but it's to the point where, like, your intuition, you feel me? But you still not gonna let them be a part of stuff. Like, it was all fine and dandy, but once I come into what I'm coming into, I'm gonna move around, because y'all didn't do nothing for me. Y'all sat there and watched stuff happen. Y'all didn't try to warn me. Y'all didn't try to say nothing or none of that. But I believe some of them really didn't know what was going on, because they had their own stuff that they was going through. And when you're being attacked and people are being used, nobody is saying, hey, I'm finna use you to make her mad. They just play their role with that person, and then stuff like that. But with this karmic masculine, it's like he didn't help or harm you. He just minded his own business. I feel like people lied and said that Divine Feminine only does this, that, and the third, and she doesn't care about this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Basically, what they don't care about, they said Divine Feminine don't care about. And these people were just protecting their emotions, or just, getting with the program. Yeah. Because they figured that They figured that whoever divine feminine was interested in, they would create a negative image to divine feminine, about divine feminine, so that that person won't go towards divine feminine, and then fed off divine feminine energies. It's like the guardian angel was guiding this masculine towards divine feminine, but a group of karmics were spreading rumors and lies and coming up with ways to get people to not want to go towards divine feminine. So then once they painted that picture and people were agreeing like, I don't want to mess with her if that's the way she is, the karmics that the masculine went for picked up on divine feminine's energy by using the masculine's energy to make it seem like, you know, just wait for me until I get my stuff together and then we could be together, just live in this fantasy world with me. But then it was like they couldn't because divine feminine kept coming around and she kept doing what, so by divine feminine doing what she was supposed to be doing, they deemed it as copycat or wanting to be like me or all this other stuff. Like, just because you do it first doesn't mean that it was originally your idea. Yeah, they tried to put themselves in competition with somebody that they couldn't keep up with, their thought process, all this stuff like that. So then they started saying like, oh, you think you better than us, or she think that this, that, and the third. And then they got somebody like, it's like they looked into your timeline, and if you were supposed to do something a week ago, they do it the next day. And then it's like when you do it, it's like you copy them, but then you got to switch it up. You got to do it a little different. So then once they claim that they're you, but then when you actually do it and it's just something that's a little bit different than what they did, that's when they get caught. And they can't go back and redo it, so they have to stick with what they said. And once they get exposed, they receive that karma, and they just hope it don't get back to the masculine. Trying to see what them little boys do. So who we dealing with? All signs or karma? It could have been like one of each sign. It could have been I know it was a Cancer, a Virgo, a Taurus, a Capricorn. They were attacking a Gemini. So okay, so at the time that all of this was happening, everybody was in a bad place, and they thought process was selfish because they were trying to get to a place of not being homeless, not having to live on somebody's couch, not having to wait every week to buy groceries or something like that, or something. Yeah, a friendship. They saw potential in you, but they knew that they weren't mentally ready for you. They weren't in the great spot to have a relationship, build a relationship, all that stuff like that. And then They kind of got caught up in a lifestyle because it was entertainment for them. They escaped their reality, and you know, and then it got to a point where their life was coming together, but they realized why their life was coming together, and in order for them to keep feeding off your energy, you had to be in a low vibration. So they had to play mind games with you. They had to get you to think that they wanted to be in a relationship with you because I don't know. And then they started realizing, like, okay, she's capable of doing this, that, and the third. If I deal with one of these females, will they be able to do this, that, and the third? And then they started thinking, like, okay, she got her hair, nails, and toes and clothes, but how is she getting this? And then rumors was going around that, oh, she doing this, she doing that, blah, blah, blah. But that was before they got exposed. So now that people started talking about them, that's when they started admitting to stuff. And then what they admitted to, I guess they realized, like, oh, that's what you said about her, but now you're admitting to being a part of that situation or whatever. So then they might try to flip it and switch it, like, how do you think I know that she does that? Because we did this together and all this stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like what? I don't know. But now that things are starting to die down, that nobody's being controlled anymore, like this karmic masculine used to be around these people all the time, so under the influence they were able to like take things from him that he was catching on to and confuse him, and then try to get divine feminine to say things, so it's like making it seem like divine feminine is the one doing it. So it's like, I don't trust you because it's in the third. As long as I keep myself protected from you, I won't have to worry about nothing. But since you're so open, I can control and manipulate you. But that wasn't working because you caught on to it. You just never said nothing, and you just dealt with the situation how you dealt with it. Because at first I was going into the situation with expecting to be in a relationship and all this stuff like that, so I was exposing myself to these people only for them to use my energy and try to manipulate it and claim things that I did so that they could get the benefits of it. But then once I started catching on, it's like, okay, just, you know, I mean, I still remain the same, because regardless of what I do, you do it first, I'm gonna do it better because it's mine. Like, I could say, oh, I'm finna go get a car. You don't know what kind of car, but then that's what they do. They say, dang, I need a car. I was thinking the same thing. What kind of car you was gonna get? Oh, I was gonna get. And then next thing you know, that, you know, they try to distract you. So instead of you saving up for a car, they try to say like, oh, I'm in the best, because they know you so helpful and you put others before yourself. It's like, okay, well, I'm in a bad situation, I need this and the third. But whole time you're basically paying for their car. You think they need that money for rent. They rent already paid. They just need your money. So I feel like the karma for this karmic masculine is that you're having his child that he gonna have to pay child support for. So that's basically everything he stole from you, he paying for. So the little manipulations of, oh, I want to be with you and blah, 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 taking your energy, and, you know, instead of encouraging you to save, they encouraged you to spend. So now that money that you spent that you could have had towards your car, they're going to be paying for your car. So they thought that y'all was going to be together and raise this baby. In reality, y'all is going to raise the baby but co-parent, or he going to just pay for, you still supporting the baby, but just not in a support way that you thought. Yeah, they tried to finesse you out your racks, but you protected. So now, since they try to take money from you, they're gonna have to give you money. But yeah, So if they being told to save their money, so I feel like, yeah, because it's like, dang, you should have saved some money or something like that. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna start saving money. It's a reason why you gotta save money, because now they think that they gonna save money because they got a baby on the way. No, you finna save money because you gotta pay this child support now. So